Two little daughters were born. What happened to your daughters over time?
Well, our two children, I'll say this, that my husband was a very successful surgeon, so we had a very nice lifestyle. I had two beautiful homes, and we always opened our homes to medical students and to the departments. My husband was a full professor in surgery at Wayne State and was 3 times picked the best teacher, and when he retired there's an award in his name and so forth. But anyway, we used to open our home to many parties for the Department of Pediatrics or the Department of Surgery. We were into mentoring, and the medical students were always welcome. I served on Charlie Whitten's post-bac program for 10 years. I was going all over the United States recruiting minorities to come to Wayne State's medical school, so that I was busy. And then, what was the last one you asked me about?
The same.
What?
Oh, your daughters, yes.
Oh, the daughters, okay.
Yeah.
You know, okay. Our daughters went to a private school, a country day school for gifted children. And they went there from preschool until they were in the 10th grade. Then I brought them back to reality. I sent them to a target school, Cass Tech, in Detroit, which is an excellent school. And when they got to Cass Tech, they said, "Oh, Mother, this is nothing." You know, they had been under such demanding academic performance in their private school. So then it was time for them to go to college. And we told the kids, you can go to any college that you get admitted to, but you cannot go to school in California. It's, you know, it's too far out-of-state students. And we had some friends on the faculty at Berkeley, and my oldest daughter was an activist. So when she graduated from high school, she said, "I will not go to college if I have to go to a traditionally black college. I want to go to an Ivy League school." So anyway, she went to Vassar, and she majored in performing arts. She graduated a magna summa cum laude in her field. Then she said, "I want to discover myself." So she went to New York on our checkbook for a year to discover herself in the theater. She was in Scott Joplin's Treemonisha. She made the Negro Players Ensemble. She was good, and she did some TV commercials. But at the end of the year, I said, "Now you have these choices. You can stay in New York on your own and survive any way you can. You can shack up with 2 or 3 other waitresses and survive. You can come home and sit down and decide what you want to do, or you can go to graduate school." So she said, "Well, I'll go to graduate school." Then she wanted to, she had
Natural
taken,
consequences.
She had taken whatever exams they take, like the MCATs for law school. And she'd done well on it. So then she said, "I wanted to go to Columbia or NYU." I said, "No. You're a Michigan resident. The University of Michigan is one of the 10 best law schools in the United States." So she came back and went to law school in Michigan, breezed right through it. And she was a law clerk for a Wall Street firm when she was in law school. So she went back to New York, lived in Manhattan for about 20 years, and worked for this Wall Street firm. Then she came home. My husband had some health problems, so she came home to assist me with him. Our youngest daughter, these children are from the same environment now. But our youngest daughter said, "I will not go to school if I have to go to a majority school." She wanted to go to a traditionally black college. So she went to Fisk University for 4 years. She was a business major. Her junior year, she says, "I've decided I want to go to medical school." I said, "Listen, you're not going to change your major." So the day she graduated, she said, "Mother, here's your degree." Then she went to the University of Michigan to complete her pre-med requirements. Then when it came time to go to medical school, she says, "I want to go to Meharry." She went to Meharry 2 years. Then she fell in love. And her fiance was at Wayne State University. So she transferred her junior year and graduated from Wayne State. They got married before she graduated, And when she wobbled across the stage, 7 months pregnant, to get her MD degree, I said, please don't let my child fall. And she's in internal medicine. She is married to a very successful child psychiatrist, and they have a beautiful home. I have two grandchildren. My grandson is named after me, Tanner. He is a senior at Andover High School, he's not the least bit interested in medicine. He has great podium presence, he's interested in journalism, and I asked him, why are you so confident with adults? He said, because I've been with adults all of my life. But he's very confident, he wants to go to Howard University. He went on the college tour. But he's been accepted at Wayne State and some other places. We're waiting to hear from Howard is his first choice. Our granddaughter is 11, and she is extremely bright. She's at the top of her class. She's the socialite of Bloomfield Hills. She's a rapid reader. She reads at the 8th grade level. She's in the 6th grade level. And she's very artistic. She does all kinds of things with artwork. And they're both in the high tech. You know, they, like all kids, grow up with computers and iPods and all these things. They do. So that, what else did we miss?
Well, we need to wrap it up pretty soon, but I want to ask you something. I mean, you've had a lot of kind of trauma in your life, and how have you dealt with that, and how do you feel about all those things that you had to go through?
Well, you know, I felt it was the other person's problem. You know, I guess because my parents gave me so much self-confidence, I never really felt threatened. Just like when I went out to the University of Chicago, I said, these people are either going to accept me or they're not going to accept me. And I said, I just felt, and I have never been uncomfortable in any situation where I have been the only black person or the only female. I don't know, I just felt comfortable with myself. And I always felt, it's not my problem, it's your problem.
Right, and just last year, you're the Pediatrician of the Year in Michigan. There's an article in the paper on that. It sort of goes on and on. But,
I was on the golf course. I play golf 3 times a week. I'm a golf nut now. And I played competitive tennis for many years and was a tennis bum. That's one thing I forgot to tell them.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we
I worked at a private racket club when I was in high school, so that I would leave home in the morning with my bicycle, my tennis racket, and my swimming suit. These were clay courts. And you know, you have to water clay courts down, put the lines on them, put the nets up. If the members wouldn't show up, we would play and then swim all afternoon. And then we danced. The Filipino was in the pro shop and he had a jukebox. So we would, we'd get home before dark, but we'd dance to the jukebox there. Yeah. What else did we have?
well, I think...
my life has been so full, and I look back on it. When I was invited to participate in this program, I really had not reflected on my life. But I just don't see how I did all the things that I did. Because, my husband was like this. He was a successful surgeon. We had this beautiful home. I said he bought the first home for us to rear our children in, the second home to share with the community. And this is what we did. And so he would expect me to play 18 holes of golf and be ready, well-dressed, go to the cocktail party at 6 o'clock, so. Well, but I've had a great marriage.
As teenagers say, you're an awesome woman.
No.
Oh. Thank you very much. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share some of my blessings and some of the undesirable aspects of but I owe so much to you all. You've been so wonderful to me. And now you've seen all my pictures. If you want it. Yes, great.
Okay, beautiful.
Thank you very much.
That was great. That's great. Okay.
Yeah, I have some water. Was it enough? Oh, you're talking about my life. Look at this. Listen.
Isn't that amazing? You were the most beautiful child, too.
Oh,
That woman
thank
with
you.
the baby. I
Thank
just wanted to tell you that